Okay guys, this is not going to be a long video. I'm going to try to make this as short as possible, but this is going to be like a 1.5, part 1.5 of the first astral projection video that I uploaded the other day. Not even a part 2, because honestly, this is just an update of what happened to me that same night that I recorded that fucking video. Because I knew, dude, I fucking knew. And you know what? I said it and I think I cut it out of the video. But I remember telling my cousin, because my cousin was here with me. And I remember telling him, I was like, bro, I really hope it doesn't happen to me tonight. Because usually when I talk about it, it will happen. And it had to happen to me in a couple weeks. So I remember telling him, I was like, bro, fuck. Like, I hope it doesn't happen tonight. Lo and fucking behold, it sure the fuck did. But it was fucking scary, dude. So I'm just making this video to update you guys and to tell you guys what happened to me the night that I recorded that first astral projection video. That night I had recorded the video, you know, and I, even after and before I made that video, like I was talking with my cousin, because he has astral projections too. We're kind of like both in the same boat. Like, it's scary, we don't like it, but we're intrigued by it, but we've been having it forever, so we're like immune to it now. After I recorded the video, the astral projection part 1, I, did my usual bullshit. I edited the video, cut a bunch of shit out because, your girl talks a lot. And showered, got my shit ready for work in the morning, and I went to lay down, and I was gonna watch like some Rick and Morty, whatever. So I'm laying there, and I remember thinking, because dude, the most comfortable position for me to lay is on my back like this. I don't know why. And I remember, dude, when I was younger, my aunt used to tell me, she would be like, don't sleep like that, because that's how dead people sleep in their coffin. Mexican families are super like, I don't know, but she would always tell me, like, don't sleep like that because that's how dead people sleep in the coffin. And, this astral projection that I'm talking about on the Mexican side of my family, dude, they call that when the devil's laying on top of you. So, like, they have a whole different, like, interpretation of what that is. Like, in their eyes, it's bad. Like, that's bad. That's when the devil's fucking laying on you or a dead person's laying on you. And she would always tell me, don't sleep like that. Like, don't sleep on your back because that's bad. And so, whatever. It's the most comfortable for me. So, that's how I sleep, bro. Like, I can't help it, dude. I'll just be laying there and I'll pass out because it's so comfortable. So, I'm laying on my back. And I thought to myself, dude, because it does happen to me more when I'm laying on my back versus I'm laying on my side. So, I thought that night, dude, I was like, I should probably turn to my side. But then I was like, you know what? Like, nah, I'm so comfortable. Like, I'm chilling. Like, it's good. It's good. I'm good. And so I was watching Rick and Morty. I started getting the fucking, the zoo, my little pre-symptoms that I fucking get, that I know it's about to happen. And so immediately, bro, I was like, man, fuck. Like, I fucking knew this shit was gonna happen. Like, I called it, bro. I knew it, because every time I talk about this shit, it fucking happens. So I'm like mid paralysis. This is like typical shit. It happens all the fucking time. I'm like, all right, no big deal. I have my little technique. I'll just shake out of it, or whatever. And so as I'm having the paralysis, bro, and I'm thinking to myself, fuck, man, like, I fucking knew this shit was gonna happen. Fucking stupid Nalani, you shouldn't have been talking about this shit. I'm trying to fight it, right? So I'm laying in my bed. I'm laying right here, dude. And so I'm laying on my bed, and so I'm like, ooh, like, I'm trying so hard to get up, and my eyes are open, right? Keep that in mind. My eyes are wide open. So what I'm doing in this point, my sister and I live together, right? So my sister's room is like all the way across the house at the other end of the fucking house, bro. So my main focus was to get my phone so I could call my sister and have her come in my room with me, because typically, normally, if somebody's laying next to me, which is like hardly ever, it won't happen. It's happened once or twice, like with my cousin sleeping with me. And I think maybe it's happened to me, like, maybe with my sister one time. But usually it will not happen if somebody's like in my room. So mid paralysis, I'm like trying to break this shit, and I'm like looking at my phone on my little desk right there, my phone on the table next to me. And so I'm looking at it, and I'm like, my main focus right now is to make my arm move so I can fucking break the paralysis, grab my phone, call my sister. So I'm trying to do this, right? And obviously it's like a lot harder than you anticipated it to be. And as I'm trying, like, I'm looking at the side of my eye at my phone, as I'm trying to focus and just focus to get my phone, I start hearing this song playing, dude. And so this is a whole different story. So there's this song that my best friend had showed me, and it's a song about Lucifer, okay? And I fucking joke around a lot because people like tell me I look evil and I don't know what the fuck. I was like Lord of Darkness for Halloween, but it's all, I'm joking, dude. I'm not like a devil worshiper or anything like that. She showed me this song and she was like, bitch, you would probably like this song, like joking around. And it's like an old school like doo-wop like a song about Lucifer, and it's a lady saying like, Lucifer, my love, blah blah. So bro, that fucking song started playing mid astral projection, mid paralysis. This song started playing. And the first thing that came to my head was, is that song really playing in my room or is it playing in my head? And so I'm still looking at my phone. And then like I got this like, I don't know, I got this image of me looking at myself in a mirror. Like I was looking at my reflection. And as this song started playing, it's like started skipping on the part where it says Lucifer. So it was on a loop. It was looping and it was saying Lucifer, 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 Lucifer. And so when that shit started happening, bro, oh no, hell no, bitch. I was like, okay. My focus then went from my phone to my door because I'm like, yeah, I'm not down with this. So immediately, bro, I'm like, I'm trying even harder to get up out of my bed. I'm focused on my door at this point because I'm like, fuck the phone. I'm trying to leave. Like, I don't want to be in here. And so, so I was looking at my door, and then I think I like looked back at my phone or something like that. So when I took my eyes away from the door, I looked back at my phone, and then I looked back at my door, and there was a fucking hooded person standing by my door. And I'm gonna show you guys where's my door too. I'm gonna show you. Let me take this shit off. So this is my door, right? So you could see from my bed, you could see a straight shot from to my door, right? I'm trying to fight this shit, right? And I see somebody standing there in like a all black like cloak with like a black hood, but I couldn't see his face though because it was like blurred out. It was like real fuzzy looking, like an old picture kind of. I don't know. It was hard to explain, but nonetheless, there was a fucking guy standing right there with a black, or I don't know if it was a guy. I'm just assuming it was a guy with a black fucking like cloak on, right? So I'm like, I see that shit and I start fucking panicking. So I'm like, all right, man, fuck this. I gotta get out of here. So then I notice I see like movement in my peripheral right here where I'm sitting. Okay, so I'm here. The black hooded dude is standing by my door and I see movement over here. So my vision shifts from looking at my door at the black hooded fucking thing to over here in this direction. And sitting right here was another one, but it wasn't all white. So it had like a white cloak on with like a white hood on, but I still couldn't see its face. It was like grayed out, like blurred out or like dark, whatever. So I'm seeing a black one with a black hood, and then I'm seeing a white one with a white hood. And the one with the white hood was sitting right here, like right at the edge of my bed, but he was like turned around looking over, like checking to see if I was like awake or something. I don't know, it was weird. Like he was like this, sitting like this. And I remember seeing movement, so I looked at it and he did exactly like this. Because obviously I'm laying right there, right? So he did like this. Like, I don't know, it was really weird. Like he just like he was trying to see if I could see him. I don't know. But like, dude, I fucking lost my shit. Like I was like, like, oh my God, dude. I was like, oh hell no, I need to get the fuck out of here now. So I I broke out of it, grabbed my phone, went out to the living room, and so I went to go get my sister, dude. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I went to go get my sister, okay? And so my little sister, she 5 years younger than me. Carla is 2 years later. 96. My little sister's 4 years younger than me. And she does not like it's not that she doesn't believe any of this shit. She does. She just does not like to acknowledge it. Like, she does not fuck around with no spirits. She does not fuck around with no astral projection. She don't fuck around with none of it. Like, I've always been into weird shit. I've always been into like ghosts and consciousness and whatever. She's not, like, she's very third dimensional, dude. She's very like, if it's not physical reality that I could touch and see, I don't really care and I don't want to hear about it. However, she does believe the shit, you know, because she's had experiences too. She just doesn't like to talk about them. So she knows my situation. Obviously, I've lived with her my whole life. Me and my sister are like close as fuck. It's like my best friend. So I go and grab my sister and I'm like, bruh, like, can you please come and lay with me? Like, can you like, can you please sleep with me in my room? And she was like, you having your thing again? I was like, yeah. And she's like, all right. And I didn't want to tell her like the whole situation because I know that would scare her. So I just told her, you know, yeah, I'm just having my thing, like my astral projection again. She already knows it. If I call her to sleep with me, she already knows. She'll be like, you having your thing again? I'm like, yeah. She'll be like, all right, I'll be right there. So she came, she lays down. Bro, this is where it fucking got, like, I don't know if I was being paranoid. Maybe I was being paranoid, but this is where it got really scary. So my sister comes in here and she lays down, right? Now my sister, she kind of talks a lot in her sleep. So a lot of times when she comes to sleep with me, like, she'll be like mumbling shit. And sometimes I'll tell her, hey bro, like, you're fucking loud and you're keeping me awake. Can you go and sleep back in your room? Like, and she'll be like, whatever, you know, blah, 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 go back to her room. Okay, keep that in mind. So she comes in here, I'm laying down, I'm like, I had gotten up after that and I had kind of like done some laps around my house because usually after an astral projection tries to like manifest, when I get out of my bed, I have to like shake it off, dude. Like, I have to like walk around and kind of like suck my energy back in, and then I'll be able to like go lay back down or sit back down. So I was like, all right, cool. Like, you know, I did my little laps around the house. I'm gonna lay back down, whatever. So she comes to lay down. I'm laying down too. Now, obviously, first thing I did was go to lay on my back, and then I was like, yeah, we're not gonna do that. I'm gonna go ahead and sleep on my side. So I hit my little side turn and shit, and I'm sleeping on my side. Now my sister's sleeping facing this way, so she's like facing the wall. So we're facing opposite ways of each other. And all of a sudden, she starts having this coughing attack. Like, she starts, you know how when you accidentally like inhale spit or saliva, well, that's like the kind of cough that it sounded like. And so she starts coughing, and I'm like, so I turn and I look at her and I'm like, are you okay? She was like, yeah, you know, I'm just my throat itches. And I was like, okay. So I turned back around and I'm like fully awake, dude, because obviously like that shit was terrifying. So I'm fully awake just laying there. She starts coughing again, like full on coughing attack. And I was like, so I looked at her again and I was like, bro, you good? And she was like, yeah, I just feels like a feather's tickling my throat, dude. I was like, okay. So I turned back around again, bruh. The third time she started like having a coughing attack. So I turned over and I was like, yo, like, are you okay? Like, cause I started getting frustrated almost. Like, I was like, what's going on? Like, are you good? Are you okay? Like, are you sick? What's wrong with you? And she was like, I'm so sorry. Like, I don't know why. It just feels like someone's tickling my throat with a feather. Like, I'll go back to my room. I don't want to keep you awake. Bruh. No, you're not. You about to stay right here. Like, I was like, no, it's cool. Like, it's good. You just did not. I handed her some water. I was like, here, drink some water. That little water bottle over there. I was like, yeah, here, drink some water. And she's like, are you sure I could go back to my room? And I was like, no, you're good. You're good. Just, it's okay. It's okay. I'm awake, you know? I'm awake. And in my head, dude, this is gonna sound so crazy. And judge me if you will. I really don't give a fuck. Otherwise, I wouldn't be on the internet talking about this shit. But dude, the first thing that came to my mind was, bruh, whatever the fuck is in my room is trying to get her out of my room. Like, that was the first thing that I thought. Since the first little coughing attack she had, I was like, they trying to get her out of my room so I could be by myself. Now, might I add, I did not have like a scary feeling. Okay, so there's I've experienced some really fucking evil shit, dude, which I will get into in, you know, more videos, whatever. I've experienced like not good entities and not good shit. And there's a very specific feeling that I get. And it's like this weird twisty, turny feeling in the bottom of my stomach. Not natural butterflies like, oh, I'm scared because I'm a human and fear is a natural thing for me to feel. No, it's not that. It's a completely different, very identifiable feeling. And I did not have that feeling. The fear that I was having in that situation was more like, what the fuck is going on? Who the fuck are these guys and why are they in my room? You know what I mean? Like, or what are they? I guess I could interpret this a couple different ways because I believe in a balance. I believe you cannot have light without dark. I believe you cannot have dark without light. There has to be a balance of both, and you have to acknowledge both as far as like you and the world and whatever. And so I started thinking like, oh my God, like is that my dark and my light? Or is that like a bad entity and a fucking my protector entity? Like what the fuck? I haven't figured it out. But I thought I'd share with you guys because the shit happened to me the night that I made that fucking video and put it up. And I knew something was gonna happen. I was just kind of like hoping it didn't, but it did anyways. So I thought I'd share with you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed once again. And I'll be back with the actual part 2 of the Astral Projection series. So stay tuned. I'll see you guys in the next one.